Welcome everybody to Cup with Gup, PGA final thoughts for the Masters, the 2022 Masters. It's actually a true Cup with Gup this morning. Very early for me. I will post this probably around noon Eastern or so. Getting this knocked out. A little late night last night, but that's fine. We're ready to go. Then I got a busy day in the real world work today, and then be back tonight with Kenny Kim, and I'll be available all night to get your questions. Hopefully we get a big audience for Cup with Gup. For E9 with Kenny tonight. I will update that time. I think we're looking around 6 Eastern or so. If that changes or once we get a little bit more clarity, Kenny's on a little bit different work schedule the last couple of weeks. So I'll update that as that comes around. If you want to join us right now, Masters, get you 30% off any package, includes a 7-day risk-free trial. You can cancel at any time if you do not like what you see. It'll get you everything that's posted for the Masters this week, all the showdown content through Sunday. Then basically all of RBC as well next week. And if you decide you don't want to be a part, you can cancel, never get a charge. If you want to stick around, awesome. If you want to upgrade, say you do a week and then you decide I want to do a month or an annual, that code stays attached to your profile and you'll get 30% off for life as long as you don't cancel. I will be giving away some sort of $500 to $750 worth of ticket to the PGA Championship for DraftKings. If you signed up between February 1st and then this Sunday night, I'll pull everybody that did that. Or if you upgraded as a current member, you'll be tossed into the drawing. I'll give 2 winners. One will get some sort of DraftKings money, an item from the Masters, and then the runner-up will get a GC gift pack, including items from the Masters as well. Probably a smaller dollar ticket, $100, something like that, single entry. So 2 winners on that. I will do that not this week, not RBC, but the next week. Let all the free trials cycle out so that we know we're only looking at guys that stuck around and stayed with the community. Rate and review us on iTunes. I will continue doing some giveaways, especially as we PGA Championships in my hometown. At the end of this pod, I'll announce the $100 Millie winners. And I may pull some winners for rate and review and like and subscribe on YouTube for Sunday. I think Sunday's showdown will be pretty big. So I may do that as well and do a little... Thinking about doing a Saturday night showdown pod kind of live show like this as well. So rate and review on iTunes, that always goes a long way, and they get you into future drawings as well as subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Like this video, and in the comments section, tell me your favorite play in the 10K range this week. That'll get you into those drawings in the future. As I mentioned, I'll 2 winners for the $100 Millie Maker this week at the end of the pod. Listener League, about 82 spots as I went on this morning. Just now, it's super early, so maybe those will still be out there by the time you hear this. If not, thank you for filling it up super early this week. Hopefully we can continue to make it bigger and better. Final thoughts for me. Weather, that's probably the biggest deal. So this is early on Wednesday morning. Looks like 30 to 50% chance of rain, pretty much kind of off and on. It's going to be more pop-up showers, not that big, strong line like they had yesterday. Most guys that go out early, which they don't really do on Wednesday, because in a traditional year, even when we were there in 2018, they pretty much shut down the course around noonish to get ready for the par 3. And so, I didn't realize this until I was there, that the course is done. Like, you can't go over there at 3 o'clock. If you're a player, I'd say Tiger, maybe Tiger can do anything, but all players are off the course by 1 or 2 or something like that. All the big course, they're gone. No one's allowed to play. They're prepping for final, get stuff ready for Thursday morning. Everybody either goes to the par 3 and plays in it or watches, or they go ahead and head home or whatever they're doing. So that's the biggest question, is will they be able to get the par 3 in? I think they might, because the rain, it looks like spotty. So maybe they can time it where they get that all in. Hope so. We hadn't seen it in 2 years. That'd be awesome. Small chance of lingering showers tomorrow morning. Then it's gone for the week. That really hasn't changed. If the Storms basically miss this afternoon, I think it's going to play firm and fast tomorrow from the get-go. I think they'll have plenty of time this afternoon, get it dried out, a lot better than they would if they get another big shower tonight or in the morning. That's something we'll watch, especially as we get to tonight with Kenny Kim. See if there's any update there. We'll be able to know by then how much rain they got this afternoon. I think it's going to continue playing fast and firm throughout the week. It will be the softest tomorrow morning, but those guys will also probably play in the biggest winds on Friday. I'll get to that in just a second. Cooler temperatures as the week goes along. That does worry me a little bit for some people like Tiger if they're not, if they're having to go out early. Saturday looks extremely cold. 39 in the morning, high of 55. Not just Tiger, but anybody. I mean, he's mentioned how, regardless of the leg, I think just getting the body rolling when it's 40 degrees is a little bit different. It'll be somewhat of an advantage, I think, to be up there come Friday night where you're going off later Saturday. You're going to have warmer temperatures and probably a little less wind as the day goes on. Sunday looks awesome for everybody. For the most part, starts out a little chilly, but it looks great. The least amount of wind is Sunday. Friday afternoon is going to be the strongest winds, like I said. As of now, I'm not doing heat maps. Premium members, you know what that's all about. When we get to like 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, I'll probably take a little break and just check in on that. And if I think there's some, relative heat maps, again, like I mentioned on several of the pods already this week, that these guys go out every 11 minutes starting at, I don't know what the first one is, like 7:40, maybe 8 o'clock. Let's see. Yeah, 8 o'clock or so. I think the opening ceremony is like 7:40. So say 8 o'clock till I think 1:41 or something like that's the latest. They go out every 11 minutes. So there will be guys playing later or most of their round Friday in the winds, but I don't know if it's offsets, potentially who goes out early. And there's not as big of a true wave split, whereas I just take JT for one. He goes out almost 11 o'clock Thursday, and he goes out almost 2 o'clock Friday. So it's not like he's going out super early Thursday morning, and then getting the wind. Not that that's a knock on him. These winds are going to be kind of up for those 2 days no matter what. So that's why I haven't done any official heat maps, but we will take a look at that for sure. Trending to be the highest owned. I'm fairly confident. That's the one thing I have left to kind of lock in is my final ownership. But I'm pretty confident the top 5 owned will be Cam Smith in no particular order. I just think these are going to be the highest up there. Cam Smith, Connors, JT, Rahm, and then there's a few all bunched up there, but Brooks is one of them kind of right there. So we'll get that finalized this afternoon as well. Potential sleepers, low owned for me. So these will be guys like your MME type. I don't know if this is a 1 to 3 max type sleeper, because I think, up top, you guys, we all know you're splitting hairs on who you want to go with. We've got all the content out there. You've heard everything. Guys that I kind of like, if I'm looking to maybe get overweight on somebody in the 6K for, if you're doing 40 lineups, 50 lineups, 100. I like Cam Champ. I don't think he's not getting. I went back and looked at his form the last 2 years, and it really wasn't that great coming into the Masters, and he's still done well. I know that's kind of anecdotal, but he's 2 for 2, top 26, both in different conditions, and not really come in with great form, and he really hasn't here a 61st, a miscut. So $6,600, I don't mind him. Cam Davis, another one, can hit it pretty solid off the tee. He's not coming in with tremendous form, but low, he's going to be 1% owned. So if you're doing 100 lineups or 50 lineups and you want to get him in that pool, I like his length. And he's more, super sleeper type deal. I like Higo, another 1% type owned, 2%, 3% type owned guy. I think he's going to be he's 6,300. So these are like guys that if you're wanting to take some risk down there that I kind of like. And then Nakajima, I think I like him to be the low am. He's 6,400. I may have some of him in MME stuff this week as a good low owned sleeper. I'll have some leverage plays and stuff like that here in a minute. Moved up for me. Burns was a guy that continued to move up as I win through the week. I know he's first time here, and that's kind of can be negative. I'm not too worried about that in his overall game. I liked his presser. I liked where he's at. Obviously, his game's tremendous right now. First, ninth, and 26th coming into here. $8,600. I just like him in general. So he definitely moved up for me. Cantley's moved up because I think he's squished between pricing, between Brooks and Xander, who are going to get ownership. I could see him as low as 11, 12, 13% owned this week. He's hit or miss here, right? He's had 2 missed cuts and then a 9th and a 17th. And I know his recent game hasn't been as strong, but I think long-term I still like him. I don't know if he makes a core play by any means, but he's a strong nucleus and some 20 max type stuff for me. Finau, he moved up for me. I just, you don't get Finau 8,100 at a major, especially the Masters, and couple it with, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%. I don't think he's 12. I think he's closer to 10 than anything. 29th last week, show a little bit of form, maybe peaking at the right time. Don't need him to win. He always seems to show up here, so I don't mind that. And then Rory. I just think Rory's not going to get owned that much. I think outside of Scheffler, I think he's just going to be right above the Scheffler, Morikawa, Hovland trio that are probably the lowest owned, but I don't think he's going to be too owned. And you go back and look at his last 10 tournaments. He's really been playing good golf. I truly think the miscut of Valero is getting people off of him, and it's a good leverage spot to jump on at 10K. I think people will go down to Spieth after his performance Sunday for $200 cheaper. And that maybe Tiger being there helps him some. Keeps the pressure off. You'll hear that about everybody, but who knows? Miscut last year along with DJ, along with Cantley. So some of these guys I'm going back to, but I don't mind him. He wasn't a guy I didn't think I was going to be on, but if I'm going to get a 12%, 13% Rory at 10K, the cheapest guy in that range, I'll take Rory at that over Morikawa and Hovland, who are both more expensive, and they'll be right around, I think all three of those guys are going to be around 8 to 11%-ish. So definitely a guy that moved up for me. Fade moved down, I say loosely, because it really is going to depend on the contest. Any of these guys up top, there's not many I'm going to full fade. It'd probably just be how things go around. But Cam Smith's one. I know it could kill me. He does have good history here, but he also has a 55th and a 51st. So hasn't played in a while. He even talked about he was going to take time off. Will there be some rust? He's a guy that relies so much on his short game and stuff like that. And, he did well in 2020 when it was kind of a little softer and stuff. Man, he had some amazing shots that Sunday when he was trying to climb to beat DJ, and Sungjae was there as well. He's a guy that, you got to pass on someone up here, and they're not the same price, but if a lot of people are going to start JT Cam Smith, and I think if I'm going to fade one, I'd fade Cam Smith and still be able to get access to guys like JT Rahm, who are high, or maybe I get super unique in his builds and create some rules where I know if I get, and I'll talk about this on E9 some, he's 22%, let's say it, or, 24% or somewhere in that range, 20 to 24%. Maybe I get 15% of them, make super unique lineups where I'm close to the field on certain things. But I think when I say fade or whatever, he's not going to be in my 1 to 3 max type stuff. At best, he'll be up there. Henley's another guy. I didn't think he'd get steamed, but he's right around that place where I think people are a little worried to go to Casey. Garcia's right there. Connors is there, which people will go to Connors, but I think Henley will be 14 to 16% owned. I like him. I'm just trying to figure out if that's a chalky guy I want to go. And what I may do is, because Connors is my next one, is pick one of those two and take a chance. Connors will be higher owned than Henley, but Henley's last 2 tournaments, 13th and 13th, he's played there twice, 2017, 2018. I talked about that on Sunday. Top 15 both times. So I don't hate it. If it does play a little longer, I think that hurts a Henley type. Could hurt Connors as well, but those are kind of the 3 that I'm really eyeing, Cam Smith, Henley, Connors, where if I'm light, if I fade 2 out of the 3 or somewhere in that, then I can kind of take some of the chalk I do want to get to, maybe JT, maybe Rahm, in the down in the 7K range, maybe I just go Connors or Henley type of deal. I think that's how I want to attack it this week. Staying strong, DJ, Brooks, Willie Z, those 3 really haven't changed for me. I'm going to have plenty of those guys. Leverage plays of the week. Like I mentioned up top, Morikawa, Hovland, Scheffler, I think they'll all be hovering that 10% ish, maybe a little less. Be significantly lower owned than the other in that range. Bryson's going to be 2 to 4%. Matsu's going to be 2 to 4%. Gooch would be, probably 4 to 6% max, probably closer to 4. Answer is going to be, 3 or 4% as well. Not that I like any of those per se. I think most will go Bryson over Matsu if they're going to take a risk. They're so low owned that I think you can get 10% on both and be fine. But I actually kind of lean the other way. I think Matsu, he's injured, but if he plays I think he has a better upside if he does make it 4 rounds. Don't mind Gooch. We knew he was going to be low owned, especially now that Tiger's officially playing. He's really going to be low owned. And then Answer, probably the unknown on him and why he withdraws, definitely keeping his ownership down. I don't know how much I liked him here, but he did have a good history. 26 last year, 13th in 2020. It's just the unknown of injury and what caused it or anything like that I think, if you want to go there, MME, I think that's fine. Monkey Knife Fight, link is in the description. 100% match up to $100. Use the code GUPS, GUPS. My play of the week is more or less birdie or better, and I'm going to go Willie Z and Rahm both to get over 16.5. Birdies are better. That'll pay 3 extra money. Prize Picks, got some great stuff up there. They will do round stuff. So this is round 1. I will also put my Prize Picks plays each night with either showdown or betting updates. My round 1 pays 5.25x. You can use the code GUP, dollar for dollar match up to $100. I'm going to go Tiger under 73.5, Willie Z under 71, and Brooks over 4 birdie or better. That'll pay 5.25x. That is for round 1. So get those locked in. Go get your free $100 with the code GUP. My final 5 for one and done: DJ Brooks, Willie Z, Rory, and Cantley. Like I mentioned, use Masters, 30% off, 7-day free trial. Sign up today. Price stays locked at that 30% off for life. If you upgrade, it sticks with you as well. I will be with Kenny tonight on E9. And our $200 Millie Maker winners are John Piper and Jordan Thompson. So hit me up on Twitter or GC Warrior Room if you're a member. And I'll get that squared away with you. Hopefully we get all that done before it fills. It still had a pretty decent amount out there, so I think we'll have plenty of time. Certainly appreciate everybody this week. It's been awesome. Had some great numbers so far on the podcast. Let's finish strong today. Tonight with Kenny will be, it's always great. And for the Masters, I won't expect anything less. For the premium members, come check that out. That's worth your free sign up right there, just to come check out the E9 tonight with him. Have a good all day rest of your day. I'll be back tonight. We'll talk to you then. Thanks.